Hey, yo, we at 96, baby. Let's get it, y'all. Come on, man. 4 more away.
We are 4 more episodes away, ladies and gentlemen, for the milestone, for the century mark. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Them Dudes Random as Hell. This is episode 96, like Jessie just mentioned. And Jessie, by the way, how are you doing this wonderful evening, this late evening?
I ain't gonna lie to you, y'all, man. Gang like me, today, man, I shot like at least 4 TikTok videos. I just got done doing a reaction vid, and I just got done watching SmackDown, and off the phone with Julio, we was having like a little personal, business meeting. I can't really say it was all about business, but we just before we get to the podcast, we always just gotta chit chat before the podcast, just if speak of anything new happened and stuff like that. But yeah, I've been grinding, dog. I've been grinding, TikTok videos, YouTube videos, our podcast. Like I told y'all, like I just got done reacting to a video on my other channel. Make sure y'all go check out my other channel. It's gonna be in the link in the description. You feel me? But yeah, no, I'm doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. It's Friday, off of work. You know, wish I had 3 days off, but you know what? Hey, the grind never stops. So yeah, man. How about yourself? How you been feeling, my boy?
Man, all is good, man. God is good, man. And to be honest, great news today for us Warrior fans. Draymond Green has signed a 4-year contract extension for $100 million with the Warriors.
Shit, nigga, better fuck around with y'all, boy. When are you gonna go play better? I mean,
hey, you know who was trying to pick him up? The Trailblazers were trying to get him.
I heard like several teams trying to pick him up. Yeah, you said the Blazers,
the Lakers
the Kings,
wanted him too.
The Kings, Lakers, and Memphis too.
Yeah, I was like,
oh hell
boy.
no! Hey, y'all niggas, y'all think y'all niggas is slick, huh? Oh hell no!
Yeah, trying to steal Draymond from us, man. Shoot, to be honest, yesterday I was so entertained. I didn't watch all of it in the end, but I'm pretty sure they ended up losing. But it was a golf, an exhibition game.
I didn't watch it, but I saw like highlights. It was Klay Thompson, Draymond. I think Steph was there, and then I think who's on their team was the football players.
So it was a 2v2 game. It was Klay Thompson and Steph Curry versus Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
Oh, okay.
And dude, I'm not gonna lie. To be honest, all 4 players were like pretty damn good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like honestly impressed. I for sure don't even know how to swing the damn golf club, so I can't even. But they were good, dude. They were good.
Damn, that.
And it was a 12-game course too. It was a 12-game golf.
That's almost like what, like professionals, like
if I'm not mistaken, professionals play in 18.
Oh, damn, close.
I think I'm not entirely sure.
I mean, close.
Yeah, really close for sure.
Yeah, that's good. It's good. I was talking to my dad about playing golf, and I thought about it because I see all like all the rich, not just rich people, but like I guess you could say people who got it in a stint. And for what my dad told me that back in the day, like golf was mainly for like the white people, like the white people, mainly for them, and people who got money, like money to like spend, and like he's talking to me like about like the country clubs that they're in. Them bitches is expensive. He didn't tell me an exact price because obviously he doesn't know by hand, but like from what he estimated, what he thinks it is, it could be like probably like around like 200 a month, like to to be like a member, and and obviously you got to buy yourself golf clubs, golf clubs and all that stuff, golf shoes, apparel and all that. And I was just thinking, I mean, like, damn, I don't want to be in no whole ass club. I just want to just play golf for just like, like stress reliever. Just, just, you know what I'm saying? Just, just relieve some stress, So I ain't trying to be in a whole ass club. I just want to just go to a driving range and just, you know what I'm saying? Just go practice. Um, yeah. One thing that I have been thought about, cause
Real quick
yeah,
on
yeah,
that
go
though.
ahead, go ahead.
Real quick on that. To be honest, being a part of those golf clubs, you'd be surprised with the people you end up meeting there.
Yeah, I know. All right.
You never know. You could meet a
Right.
celebrity that you thought you'd never meet. It's like, oh my gosh, Steve Harvey is a part of this freaking golf club. Like, holy cow, I did not expect. Or Morgan Freeman. Got people like that. Imagine. You never know.
That is true. That is true. One sport that I thought about getting, because I've been thinking about what type of sport I could get into myself, like what that I would like doing to keep myself like more active than I usually am, right? And I've been going kind of back and forth, and I obviously don't do it because I guess you could say I claim that I don't have enough time because I work. I don't even know if I work full time or part time. It doesn't even matter. I work at a job, Taco Bell. Obviously, y'all know, and then I also, edit videos, upload videos, and do podcasts. So, and I'm really trying to like balance. I'm really trying to balance everything of like trying to, set up a good. Honestly, first, because this is what I do. I do a workout for maybe like a week or half a week, right? Then I stop doing my workout for like damn near 6 months. Then I would return back. I'm trying to like I'm trying to have a habit of just sticking to doing my workout. Not just like keep not just going back. Not keep just just keep coming back to it. In certain type of months. So that's what I'm trying to get my mind right in that. But it's crazy. Since I've been watching UFC, well, I've been watching UFC, but watching Ultimate Fighter,
Yeah.
I've been thinking about taking like some what's it called, some grappling
Oh,
classes,
like jujitsu?
jiu-jitsu. Yeah, I thought about
Oh,
I
shit.
thought about doing that. And listen, and obviously y'all see me, if y'all see me on the vids, I'm not a big man. Obviously, you see those people who do that stuff are like skinny, small, and I kind of looked up information like, fat people, you know, doing jujitsu, and
Yeah, no, for
they
sure.
always say it's possible, And listen, I'm not, to be honest, I'm not, I'm a former athlete, so I still have some of that like determination as an athlete of like, obviously I'm out of shape, right? Like I don't know nothing about no damn jujitsu, like I don't, you know. Could I keep up with the workouts? I mean, depending on what it is. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, but again, I thought about it. Yeah, I thought about it. But I don't know. I just, like time management is like what's my concern, and and I don't want to be wasting money on, that, and I don't even go to it all the time, you know. So that's so again, I always been thinking about this for a while, like what type of sport that I could really like get into to keep myself really active during the day?
And honestly, like when it comes to like jujitsu and stuff, and even like wrestling itself, there was a big guy in the UFC who was considered one of the, for his size, he was considered an elite grappler and like great in jujitsu. I don't know if you remember this guy. He was known, his nickname was Big Country, Roy Nelson. You remember this?
Right now, yep. I ain't gonna lie
He,
to you. Once you started talking about a big UFC, I was thinking, because I forgot his name, right?
yeah.
But like, I remember what he looked like. I know he was white, and he kind of had like long hair a little bit, and
Yeah,
he had a
yeah,
belly.
he had a little gut too. He had
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little.
yeah, he had a gut. And I was waiting for you to say the name. Like, I was like, okay, I don't remember his name, but I'm gonna let Julio like say his name because I might remember
Bro,
it.
do you know that he actually beat freaking Kimbo Slice?
I think I heard of that match.
Yeah.
Did I see or heard of it? I think I just saw highlights.
Bro, he out wrestled freaking Kimbo Slice, who is considered the best, who was considered like the best street fighter.
Yeah, yeah, Kimbo Slice. R.I.P. to Kimbo Slice.
Oh yeah, man.
But yeah, he out wrestled them. It was just like Roy Nelson. He would just get him with the like takedowns, right? Just more
Yeah.
takedowns.
Yeah. Yeah. And also that was tiring Kimbo Slice. And so Roy Nelson had a lot of durability and stamina. And so he would be able to throw some pretty decent punches too. And so that would already deplete Kimbo Slice and he would be out of breath. It's like, holy cow, Kimbo Slice is not able to handle this man. And that was a fight that no one really truly expected to go Roy Nelson's way.
Yeah. Is he retired or he's like in and out of like
That's a
UFC?
good question. I honestly don't know, but I actually looked up his age just to see how old he was. He's
That nigga like
47 years
40.
old.
He's what, 47?
47, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, he's a pretty old cat now. But
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what's crazy? Like speaking of fights and stuff, I don't know if we ever brought this up, but you know that apparently it's rumored that Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg are supposed to be fighting?
Yeah, I've been hearing that bullshit. Is that shit real?
Yeah, dude.
He,
It's
he,
honestly it's 100% legit.
hey, you know what I heard? I heard that Mark Zuckerberg. I heard that he won like a competition, like he
Yes,
like
he
in
did. He
karate.
did.
But
He did a
what,
jujitsu.
is it
Jujitsu.
jujitsu? Damn.
Yeah.
And what type of fight is this? Is this boxing or is it
Yeah,
MMA?
this is actually going to take place in the octagon.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Elon Musk is cooked. I mean, unless he got some like fighting background in jiu-jitsu. If he does,
You
then
know what's funny? Apparently, Elon Musk, when he was younger, I don't know how true this is, but he actually took uh he would actually uh fight in like the streets of South Africa. I guess it was considered like amateur fighting or boxing in South Africa.
shit.
Yeah, dude. Imagine that. So you got a guy who's experienced in fighting and another individual who is well versed in wrestling and grappling, which is Mark Zuckerberg.
Well, shit.
So, yeah, that you know what I heard though. I don't know how true this is, but you know who apparently if it becomes official, like there's a contract signing and all that good stuff. You know who would be training Elon Musk?
Who?
This is a big time UFC name too. George St. Pierre.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Imagine that.
George St. Pierre was actually my favorite UFC fighter back then.
Yeah, imagine,
Yeah.
dude. Imagine
Wait,
that.
wait. Who's he trading? Mark Zuckerberg or
No,
Elon
no,
Musk?
no. Elon Musk.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So why are they doing this again? So what's the whole purpose of them doing this? Are they just doing this for fun, or is there like a backstory reason why they doing this all over?
I think it honestly started over some like internet beef, but it wasn't nothing too heavy. It was something very light. Someone kind of insinuated it, basically be like, "Oh, hey, well, you should get it. You should get it on with Mark Zuckerberg." And Elon Musk was like, "All right, yeah, sure, I'm down." And then Mark Zuckerberg replied via an Instagram story. He was like, "All right, send me location." I was like, "Oh shoot!" So apparently, it's in the works. Apparently, who would be moderating it, like for the signing and stuff, would be Dana White, the president of the UFC. So
Crazy.
Yeah.
You think this shit's gonna be is this gonna be aired on TV?
Yeah, it's gonna be pay-per-view. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
What the? I ain't gonna lie to you, I wish we could like. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on a Saturday, right? Or
yeah, for sure. It's
damn,
most likely gonna be on a Saturday. Yeah,
you watching it?
I am.
You buying the
Like,
pay per view?
yeah, I was like, screw this. I'm freaking gonna watch this once in a lifetime. When do you have the opportunity to see two billionaires fight?
So damn, like, well, so y'all got room, y'all got room in your house. You know what I'm saying? We could pop in. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
yeah, for sure, man, for sure.
So when is this fight?
And there hasn't been a date given yet,
Oh, okay.
so we don't know
Oh, it's still in
when.
the works. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's to be announced at this point in time.
This is crazy. Now, like, so you don't even have to be a UFC. You don't have to be a real fighter to get to be a like, to fight in an octagon. You got
No,
Jake
no,
Paul.
no.
You got the Paul brothers boxing,
Yeah.
and now we got two one of the most richest like tech entrepreneurs, literally going toe to toe in the octagon. Which
Well, you got two of the richest men from the Fortune 500.
that's
Like
crazy.
like on from Forbes, you got two of the richest men in the world.
It's crazy. Um, no, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna be interesting to watch, but that's crazy.
You know, it's funny how you mentioned like the Paul brothers and stuff. A lot of internet people have actually settled their beef or just decided to have a boxing match. There's like a lot of internet heads and social media influencers.
Mm-hmm.
One of the dudes, he's a pretty well known media personality on Twitter. He's a black dude. His name is Corn. I don't know if you ever heard of a dude named Corn.
He be on like YouTube and shit like that.
I think he is on YouTube as well. Yeah, and
His names don't do something. I be hearing like some streamers who I listen to talk about corn. I don't
oh
know,
yeah,
but
then that
but
must be him because he is I think he streams as well as
his
if I'm
stream,
not mistaken. Yeah.
yeah, because I don't know if it's like different people that there's like different corns that they're talking about, but it's not the one that you're talking about.
It must be the same Corn because this dude he's with the culture, you know. It's got to be the same Corn.
Like with the streaming era, like culture, you like.
Yeah, and like relevancy. So
Uh,
he was like, if I'm not mistaken, he's like in circles with like, well, I wouldn't say directly, but he's known individuals like maybe like KSI and stuff.
oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, KSI, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the last time that we was talking about Web3.
Yes.
Did you
Web3 community. Yeah.
did you hear like the information that people were talking about at the time? That I guess Logan Paul and the whole Web3 issue that I think like about like a year ago or something like that. Did you hear something about like that about Logan
No,
Paul?
yeah, I think I know what you're referencing. If anything, the pump and dump schemes that they would do with tokens, right?
Is that what it was? Like just reiterate to be
Yeah,
the whole like
yes.
yeah.
So to be honest, I don't recall it. I don't recall the story in its entirety, but briefly being able to speak on it, uh, it was basically like Logan and Jake Paul, but I think it was predominantly Logan Paul. They
Mm-hmm.
were promoting these coins, these crypto coins on the internet,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of those coins were pumped. So they had like a lot of people invest, put money into it, and then you had your everyday average Joes putting money into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then come to find out, then it was all a scam.
Mm.
The coin ended up defaulting or like hitting zero.
Shit, that's crazy.
So a lot of people ended up losing money. I mean,
Yeah,
if anything, it's that was bad. But
yeah.
you had another story that surfaced afterward, which was, and we discussed this too on our podcast, the FTX with Sam Bankman-Fried.
Oh yeah.
That one
Woo!
scammed a lot of people, including people like Tom Brady. Tom Brady was a big
Yeah.
name involved in that.
Damn. Yep, I remember that. I remember. Yeah. Oh, damn, that was a while back too. That's
Yeah,
tough.
that was if I'm not mistaken, that was last year,
Yeah,
around this time, close to July, if I'm not.
damn, that's crazy. Damn, it's already been a year ago since all that happened, and when we talked about that,
And
that
and,
is
and and the fact of the matter of all that too was apparently that Sam Bankman-Fried asshole, he's free. He didn't even, I mean, he's not even in prison right now.
shit.
And he freaking, dude, he freaking defrauded so many people. Hella people lost hella a lot of their money.
Damn, that's crazy.
And he's free.
So you said that he shouldn't be free? Like, was he like scamming people?
Yeah, no, he should definitely be in prison right now
Damn.
because he was he was knowingly scamming people. He
Oh,
would admit
okay.
it. He won't admit it, but he knew that coin was shit. There was
Damn.
no true value in the coin that or the cryptocurrencies that they were even distributing. Like they had like no true assets at all.
Right.
It was all almost being operated like uh almost like a phantom, man. It was like a ghost. There was no real solids. There was no real true material in it. It was all a sham, man.
Damn, that's crazy.
And when
Nah.
people were calling him on his BS, kind of was trying to he kind of would have trouble being able to make a proper excuse or a reason for some of the stuff that people were questioning him on,
Mm-hmm.
but because he was so used to people kissing his ass.
Damn.
And yeah, dude, that was such a big tragedy. And again, the people who lost their money, it just, oh my gosh, man.
That's crazy. Hey, I'm gonna jump into a new conversation about talked about a little bit when you were a co-host on that on the space that you were in the other
Oh
day
yeah, yeah, with Diligent.
yeah, diligence. So like,
Shout out to Diligent. He recently subscribed to our podcast.
oh, oh
On
yeah, for real.
He's like, hey, I want to take a listen to your guys' podcast. Like, all
Hey,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, listen, welcome to the family, my boy. You know what I mean? We appreciate the follow. So I remember I heard that you were speaking on. It's crazy. I forgot the dude's name, right? But you were speaking on. I looked him up. I think he's like a certain like actor that you said that you appreciate. Julio, you said you like a certain actor who like. No. I'm sorry. He wasn't an actor. He was like a producer or something like that, or a director, something like that. That you was talking to about. Forgot the dude name. Was his first name John? I forgot the name, but I had looked him up, and he was like a movie director or a producer or something. Because obviously I didn't know who he was talking about at first. Do you remember? Do you recall which
God, I'm like drawing a blank.
blanks? Damn.
Let's see. You said like a director.
You know, I looked him up. Let me see.
He
Let's see if I
might
can
be in
look.
the search history, huh?
Man, I hope. Because Lily because while you guys talking, I was that the
Oh
one?
wait, you know who I was thinking? James O'Keefe. Was it that guy? No, because I recall making mention of James O'Keefe, but he was more like,
Jordan Jordan say Sather
oh,
or say
Jordan Sather.
Sather. Yeah, there we go.
Yo,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
Jordan
yes, yes, yes.
Sather.
He's a media personality, and he's also like a truth teller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jordan Sather is freaking awesome, man. Nice, man. What did you discover on him, or what did
But
you
from
learn
what I
about him?
see here, that it says that he's like an author, and then like, and it says that he has like he has like two movies, the Cosmetic Secret and the Above Majestic, and
Oh, yep, that's the same. Yeah, that's the Jordan Sather. We're on the same page. Yep, that's the
so
same.
like
I was
so
thinking of.
like what stuff he be talking about, like
This guy has a diverse background, and he has a lot of knowledge in many fields, especially like the sciences.
hmm
So I don't know if he has actual degrees in that, but he's what we would call just like a critical thinker, always questioning narratives and finding out the truth of a story without the noise. He wants to see what is being sourced, where it's coming from. Is
hmm
it accurate, or is it just a BS story? This guy would talk a lot about like UFOs,
mm.
and he would actually talk about like the vehicles and stuff that the military has, like anti-gravity ships or vehicles that like are beyond our understanding of technologies. Like we would think that those technologies do not exist,
hmm
but they actually certainly do. So he talks about that. He also talks about like conspiracies of
hmm
like what we know as like the deep state, which is like the evil people. uh there's a deep state in every country of the world where it's basically like a shadow government, where people are usually doing things from behind the scenes, and
Damn.
a lot of people don't see that. So he speaks on those things. He's and again he basically is a really good fact checker as well. So if people are like saying it doesn't matter from which political aisle it is, if it's from the left or from the right, he'll call BS both ways. He'll be like, oh, this story, yeah, it's an exaggeration, none of that is true. Like for instance, there's a conspiracy that he was the one who spoke against it adamantly. There was a conspiracy saying that John F. Kennedy Jr., who was John F. Kennedy's son, was still alive, but we obviously know he died in a plane crash in
Mm.
the year 1999.
I think did you brought it up? Did you
Yeah,
brought
I
that
brought
up
that. I also
in the
had brought that
space?
up in the
Yeah,
space. Yeah, I
yeah.
did.
I remember you talked about like
Yeah.
yeah, John Lee Kennedy. Yeah, that's crazy. It kind of interests me about the people that that you talk about who are into
Yeah.
like media and like like deep cover, deep in like spaces. And it's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, when you brought them up, I was like, who the hell is Jordan Sather? I was like, I have no clue. Obviously, obviously I'm a little bit different from your end. When it comes to like learning that stuff. Honestly, the stuff that I may just get it from you. Like I remember during the time you would always tell us about like all this stuff, the Chabot
Yeah.
days, and
Oh
like
yeah. Yes.
I remember those days when I ain't gonna lie, still to this day when you brought up about the reptilian people.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know about that information, like if that's true or not. Sounds a little bit crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, uh,
Yeah. Have
I
you
don't know.
have you ever heard the quote? Have you ever heard the quote? Truth is stranger than fiction.
I think I heard of that. Yeah.
It's like things like that with regards to like the reptilian stuff seems so far-fetched now, but
hmm
I give it 5 to 10 years and I can guarantee you it'll be mainstream. It'll be like something like holy crap.
But I will say this. This is
Yeah.
it's a little bit different, but I do be seeing people. like like rare people
Uh-huh.
who have like a certain like condition. Who
Okay.
you may have seen them before. You ever seen those people who are just like are like really hairy, like in the face,
Oh, I
like
know.
they're so
Like they
hairy, like
call
they're
the like they call there's a nickname for it, like the Wolf Man.
something like that. Yeah, because I remember
Yep.
because I used to be into like like learning like watching like Bigfoot and all that,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
and they would bring up like a thing, a person who resembles a Bigfoot or like or they'll talk about Wolfman too,
Yeah.
werewolves is that person, and he has no animal like traits. So
Yes.
he just has weird genetics where he's just
Yes.
like a circus freak where he just his whole face is covered in hair.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could barely
I've seen
you
that.
could barely see his nose. I mean, all you can see literally is his eyes and his lips.
Crazy.
Yeah, and that I mean, and they got that like live, so it's not fake. It's like like they got that live, and it's like damn. So
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I'm pretty sure there's people out there who has weird genetics where their skin are just scaly. I mean, so I guess you could say those are like considered like reptilian people. So, um, and at that time when you were bringing it up, I did thought it was crazy. Because I don't want to like like tell you like, man, Julio, that shit is crazy. I'm not that person to do that. Actually, no, I am that type of person to do it. But at that time, I don't want to say. Actually, to be honest, I think I did say it to you. Or
No, yeah, you did. You did. I
never.
was like, hey, no, I was like, I didn't take no
Yeah.
offense to it. I was like, yeah, I understand. A lot of people, on that thing though, on that end, because if you think about it, check this out. I'm gonna put it into perspective.
Put it in
I'll
perspective.
never believe something if I don't have proof to back up the claim.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously we won't mention his name here, but if you're familiar with
Oh,
the game being LeBron James, you know what I'm talking about, right? Stuff like that. See, that to me, that's completely BS. Because I don't have no actual evidence or proof to back that up, right?
yeah.
But with regards to the reptilian stuff, check this out. The reason why I say that species like this possibly existing is I go back to the Bible. So
Mm,
check this out. During Noah's days, right?
right.
When again during his time, the
Mm-hmm.
angels who were in heaven came down to earth. They rebelled against God.
Right.
Those angels that had rebelled against God mated with earthly women, and they
Mm.
created subhumans.
They
They
call them.
created human hybrids. As a matter of fact, it's what people call the Anunnaki, which were the giants who walked the earth.
I heard that somewhere. That's crazy.
So
So
if you think about it, the angels do not have the DNA that we human beings have. The angels are a separate creation from God. As a matter of
yeah.
fact, if you look up, here's the thing: when the Bible speaks of humans having encounters with angels, do you know that most of the time when these humans are having encounters with angels, they're shocked, scared, or surprised? They're not
Yeah.
like, "Oh my God, this is a beautiful creature."
Yeah, like mostly to be honest, I don't think I have seen like too many videos or heard of people seeing like, angels.
Mhm.
But I would think that if someone saw like a guardian angel, because I think I've heard of stuff like that being like real. I mean, obviously you won't like, obviously if people watch a lot of anime or like movies or like what's that one what's that one movie that that's talking about angels, Legion,
Legion.
okay,
Yeah.
obviously the angels won't look like that, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I mean, but there are like guardian angels where you might see your guardian angel, and like you said, like you won't be like, "Is that you, Jesus?" You'll be kind of like you'll be kind of confused, and you'll be a little bit scared, and once it shows no threat, you'll be kind of like, "Huh, well,"
Well,
or
the reason why I say this though is not necessarily because the appearance itself, or because, like you mentioned, right? Some angels can appear to have the appearance of a human being. Some, but there are different classes
Yeah.
of angels, different types. As a matter of fact,
Arch
there's the
archangels, archangels. I'm pretty sure there's like many classes of angels, like you said. I know one archangels. Honestly, you might know more than me. I know archangels, then I'm pretty sure there's like lower level angels, you know, who are like the
it's
workers. Or
yes, correct. And the Bible actually speaks about existing like myriads and myriads of angels, right? But
mm-hmm.
here's the thing: there's one class. It's called. I know I'm butchering the name right now because I don't recall how it's pronounced. When I see the word, I could pronounce it, but off the top of my head, it's called the Ophanim. I think that's
Awesome.
and that angel is literally like a freaking wheel.
The
It's
wheel. What do you mean, like
Yes,
a wheel? Like
it's
a.
not okay. So it's not a literal wheel, but
Mm-hmm.
it's the shape of that,
Hmm.
and it's almost like if you think about it, it's almost like when a person looks into the stars deep in the galaxy, where you see odd shapes in the firmament, like in the high end of the deep space.
Mm-hmm.
See like these odd shapes. So there's an angel class called the Ophanim, and that one is literally it's so scary. It's hella creepy. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna share with you a Google image of it, and then you'll be able to see it. But the reason why I brought up the possibility again, it's a possibility. I can't say with 100% certain that the reptilians exist, right? But a
Right.
possibility of it existing is there has been different species of human beings
Mm-hmm.
that have been here on Earth. As a matter of fact, even science sort of agrees with it. I mean, I don't know how accurate it is, but you know that we are Homo sapiens, right?
Yeah.
But then there are also before the Homo erectus. Homo
Yeah.
erectus was another species of human being,
Yeah.
right? So it wouldn't it and think about it too. Like aliens, if you think about it, are technically angels and demons because they're not from Earth. They're not from Earth. As a matter of fact, if you look deeply into it in the Bible, Jesus Christ even said when he was here on earth, my kingdom is not of this earth.
Mm.
Right. So I'm gonna send you the image of the Ophanim real quick. This
Mm.
is you're gonna be like, what in the freak is this? This is gonna shock you, bro. Like, this is why I told you that when human beings that were here on earth would have an encounter with an angel, and this is just one class. This is called the Ophanim, right?
Right.
Imagine having an encounter with this. I mean, I'd be surprised too. You see
You know what's
this?
crazy? I think I've seen this before on TV. I think I've seen this before. I think I've seen this before on a TV or a video game. It looks is that an
That,
eye in the middle?
yeah, that's an eye.
Mm.
So the basic description of it is called the ophonym, alternatively spelled ophonym or ophonym, and also called galgalim, referred to the wheels seen in Ezekiel's vision of the chariot in Ezekiel chapter 1, verses 15 through 21. You see that?
That is very interesting. You know what's also very interesting that I've learned about like angels?
Yeah.
From the and I honestly, to be honest with you, I learned about like angels really like like knowing the names and like different types of them
Yeah.
literally from that movie Legion,
Legion.
like
Okay.
literally like Michael, the Archangel Michael
Michael
and
the Archangel,
Archangel
yes.
and Gabriel.
Gabriel, yes.
Bro, I thought it was just movie. I thought it was just like from the movie. I thought they were like fictional characters from movies, but I've
No.
learned that like Michael Archangel Michael and Archangel or Gabriel they're like
Yes.
real. I mean, from from stories and possibly Bibles as well. That that's one of the like one of the like archangels. So I'm like, so this shit is real. I thought it was just from the movie. So like there's like real stories of like so. Michael and Gabriel, they're real archangels. They're
Uh,
real
a hun-
archangels.
100%. As a matter of fact, there are 7 archangels.
Yeah, yeah. I just have one question because
Yeah.
this is one video game that introduced me to like all to like to angels and
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of this game Diablo. You ever heard of
Yes,
Diablo?
I've heard of Diablo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I heard of so I know one I don't know if these angels are real. You'll probably correct me if I'm wrong,
Yes.
and please do if you know if they're not if they're fiction if these angels are actually fictional.
Yes.
Tyrio, I know that's from Diablo. Is he a real? Is he like a real like archangel from in stories? Tyrio, the
Mm,
archangel of justice.
I don't think
No,
so.
no.
Keep naming them. Uh,
Imperious.
no.
No. Okay.
These sound more like, if I'm not mistaken, almost sort of Greek or Roman. This could possibly they sound a bit more Greek or Roman, if I'm not mistaken. Imperious sounds. I'm th-
Is it?
keep naming a couple more.
Hold
Just
on, hold on. Hold on. I gotta go to Google because I kind of
oh,
forgot the
okay.
others. Hold on, because those are the only main two that I know. Oh, I think there's a because Diablo 4 just came out. I
Yes,
think there's
recently.
another.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I know. There's an archangel, the main archangel in there. I think his
Uh-huh.
name is it? Hold on, Diablo archangels. Let me see. Okay, so I asked about Tyrael, right? And you said no, right? Like, or you're not sure if
Yeah,
it's
yeah. Because the 7 archangels that I can name at least 4 from off the top of my head.
you know,
Uh,
it's crazy. I actually have the four main archangels. I got you, Gabriel, Michael, Raphael, and
yes,
Uriel.
yes, yep. And
I
Uriel is considered the archangel of light. He is like
wait,
super.
Uriel.
Yeah, Uriel.
It says here that Uriel is the archangel of the prophecy of wisdom.
Yes, but if now if you look at the ability though, because these archangels
Oh,
have
because okay, the prophecy of wisdom brings light, right? No.
that's an interesting way of looking at it. To be honest, I never
Mm,
saw it like that. But
damn, you want brought it up.
no. Yeah, no, that honestly, that's interesting the way that you, in a sense, connected that. To be honest, I never really thought of it like that. In a
Because the
sense,
words of wisdom brings
bring
light.
yes, that's interesting. That's very interesting because the thing is, um, okay, here's the thing. I might have to double check because there is one that is similar to Uriel. I have to double check, but I know off the top of my head, Raphael is the archangel of healing.
Yep,
He
it said
heals.
that here.
Yeah.
So it said that Gabriel is the archangel of justice.
Yes.
Okay, so and
Also Gabriel is he was the messenger, God's
that's
messenger, main
yep.
messenger.
And who was Michael? Was he
So Michael, he's actually a demon slayer. Yes,
mm,
he actually was a part of the battle that took place in heaven when Satan and his and the angels that rebelled against God, which then converted as demons, Michael the archangel battled Satan and the demons.
okay. I'm gonna shift conversation real quick.
Yes,
We could go back to to this angel stuff, but
yes.
I remember I was talking to you, Brandon, and Jordan about watching the anime Demon Slayers. Like,
Mm-hmm,
I was
mm-hmm.
telling you that is great and is this and that. And I remember all three of you guys said that you guys wasn't interested because you guys didn't like, like it had demons in it and you like the word like, having like demon in the, in the name of it. And I understand it might sound scary, but just think of it, right? Just think of this. And I'm going like, I'm about to turn this into like, I guess you could say like Bible, like biblical, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just think,
Mm-hmm.
okay, yeah, the demons in there are evil, and it may sound like a little like evil, and the demons may, But just think, the Slayers, the Samurais, just think, aren't they doing God's work of getting rid of demons? So technically, that show anime is a little biblical. I mean, they don't act biblical, obviously, but just think it's biblical because they're demon slayers. And honestly, you just brought up a gem about Michael.
Yes.
The samurais and demon slayers, they're just like Michael. They're demon slayers, and they have powers. Well, okay, like I told you, they're not really powers because it's all about like the breathing techniques. It's a lot of theories that I'm like, it's a lot of theories that I just like found out in Demon Slayers. That like the actual effects that they have. Like I was telling you that it was almost similar to like the Avatar, Last Airbender, like the elements. Like there's water breathing, flame breathing, thunder breathing. What else? What else? It's a lot of breathing techniques. It's a lot. It's so many of them, but yeah, it's elemental, right? And I ain't gonna lie, there's some breathing techniques that are like made up too. Like there's love bending, mist breathing, snake breathing. Yeah. To be honest, I kind of don't understand the love breathing, but the woman, the demon slayer who's who created love breathing,
Yeah.
she's actually a dope character and her power is actually
Wow.
pretty good. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's crazy that this
To
is
be honest, though, you want to hear something crazy about that?
what.
Love breathing does make sense. You know why?
Mm.
What I think about that is when you are in love and when your pulse and kind of your emotion does change when you're around a person that you really care for or care about. You could be going from like the saddest mood and then all of a sudden taking a big gasp of air like, oh,
Yeah, that's true. Real quick because I know we jumped, we shift conversations.
yeah.
Quick one right here. I've learned that when people fall in love, they have a like irregular like heartbeat. I think that
Yeah,
when you're in love with
possibly, yeah.
somebody, and like let's just say you have a wife, right, or you meet a girl and you guys are hitting off and you fall in love with her. I
Uh-huh.
heard that when you're in love with somebody and when you like glance at the person you love, like your heart doesn't like beat.
Yeah,
I
it makes sense. I
Yeah.
mean, you may not even realize that that's happening,
Yeah,
possibly.
I forgot how it went. It either doesn't beat or it's like it's an irregular heartbeat.
Yeah, or it skips a beat or something,
There,
right?
there, there to go. It skips a beat. There we go. It skips a beat. That's what it was. It skips a beat. And honestly, yeah, to the point. But back on the theories that like
Mhm.
in Demon Slayers, the anime, the people are saying that like the elements that like, and it's really the demons who see it, right? And I guess from people who watch it like me who see it, those demon slayers, they're not actually like doing that. Like they're literally just cutting off their head or just killing them with just a sword.
Wow.
You know what it is that the demons that every time like when they see them like trying to like kill them or like trying to slash them, that's what
Mhm.
they see is the element coming at them like
Oh.
water. Like for instance, a person who's doing like let's say for instance like like love breathing, like a slayer in that anime who does like a love breathing technique on them on the demons. That's what they're seeing the technique of what's being displayed at them. But in reality, it doesn't look like that in reality. It's just a sword. Like the sword is not, it doesn't have no effects. It's really just a sword just trying to cut them.
Wow.
And yeah, so and it's crazy when you brought up about Michael being a demon slayer, like and yeah, and I forgot and I wanted to bring that up to you guys, but just think about that. I'm not forcing you guys to watch it, it's you guys' own will to if you guys want to watch or not, but just think. Demon Slayers? And I'm not saying it's the most positive, like, but like, and I'm not saying it's the most negative either, like, show, but like, just think that show is literally doing God's work. They're literally killing demons, and the Slayers, they really don't like the demons. They, they, It's crazy. So and from what you told me about Michael, that he's a demon slayer, like damn, once you said Michael was a demon slayer, I kind of went. I kind of went to the anime. It's crazy. I instantly went to anime, and but that is very interesting. Like Michael being a demon slayer and Gabriel being a healer.
Oh, Raphael
Oh,
being the healer,
Raphael's the
and
healer, and
and
Raphael's the healer, and Gabriel is he's the messenger slash justice.
yes, yes.
So yeah.
As a matter of fact, when before Jesus was born, it was Gabriel who basically told Mary that that she was going to be pregnant with Jesus.
Mm.
And I actually ended up finding out Uriel, I was right. He is actually considered the archangel of light, because it says here attributes: archangel, fire in palm, carrying a book, a scroll, a flaming sword, a disc of the sun, a celestial orb,
Damn,
or disc of stars.
a
And
disc of a sun. What kind of being could carry a disc of a sun? That's
no, so now he's an angel.
got it.
Yeah, this is the archangel. He's one of the 7 archangels.
Damn, like
The disc of stars and constellations, holding a chalice. So yeah, that's what is the attributes of Uriel.
it's crazy because I've learned, because I did Wikipedia, right, and I've learned like the power of archangels,
Yeah.
and they have a wide variety of powers, almost similar to a demon like type of powers, but on the lighter side. Like for instance, archangel, uh, they have like telekinesis powers. They can also possess people. To be honest, I didn't think that like angels possess people. I always thought that was demons, but once I learned that angels could possess people, I was like, wow, like. But then I learned that, like, I mean, angels, they are they're almost the same beings as a demon, but they're lighter. They're on the light side, like
Yeah,
Star Wars. They're on the light side. Angels on the light side, and because if you think about it, like the Sith, Jedi, they're pretty much the same, but just different. Like I guess you could say like sides or energy, whatever.
it's their allegiance. It's who
Yeah,
they side with. and
yeah,
and you're right, because the demons were formerly angels of God.
yeah. But they were like, but then they turned into fallen angels, right?
So they turned into fallen angels because they were cast away from heaven to earth.
Mm.
But a lot of people say that the demons didn't come to our earth. I mean, obviously, excuse me, let me rephrase that. They because there's a tradition that teaching, to be honest, I don't know it too well, but they describe the like how we would say dimensions. There
Mm.
are different dimensions, but of the heavens, so they call those firmaments. So it's like, but I'm not entirely sure if that's even biblical. But when the Bible speaks of heaven, it speaks of it as the firmament as well.
Right.
So there's definitely a possibility of that being true. I can't really speak on it entirely, or I can't be 100% certain of it, because I don't know how accurate it truly is.
So and I wanted to ask about this angel that was in the newest Diablo.
Uh-huh.
Uh uh the let's see, the angel's name is in Arius, and so his title of the hopefully there's like maybe another angel that like that's probably similar to him.
Yeah.
The title says that he's the prophet, the father, the holy one, the creator of sectionary, and the hope bringer. Does that like maybe like another like you
There's
know
a, there's an angel similar to that. And
he's a rogue angel too. It says that he's formerly in a rogue. He's formerly slash rogue angel. So I don't know if there's
Oh,
another
so he
angel.
went rogue. If
Yeah.
that sounds a lot like Lucifer.
Mm.
You know.
Damn. So give me the details about Lucifer. I just.
So basically, Lucifer, from the simple knowledge that I have, Lucifer was basically second in command,
Mm,
in God's kingdom. And as a matter of fact,
mm,
Lucifer thought to himself that he should be God, or he should be equal to God.
mm-hmm.
God didn't find that to be amusing. It was like, no. It's like, why do you even have that desire to begin with? Like you have it all good. You couldn't ask for anything else. Like you couldn't have it better. But he decided to rebel, and he decided to be equal to, or be like God. And that's when freaking Lucifer, who was known as the light bearer, ended up becoming Satan, the devil.
That is crazy. Like, it's crazy that these video games and these movies, like when they talk about angels, like they're similar to like like real life, like in the Bible and like
Yeah.
stories. Like it's crazy. Like, damn, that's crazy. Hmm. And was
Well,
Lucifer when he was an angel? He was like almost like the prophet, the father, and the holy one, almost in a sense.
as a matter of fact, the Bible actually preaches that he is all that you just mentioned. He's the opposite of that.
He's the
So
op. Okay,
he's the father of lies.
got it. Makes
As a
sense.
matter of
Yeah.
fact, the Gospel of John mentions that he is the
Mm,
father of lies.
mm. Okay. One more thing. All
Yeah.
right. So in Diablo, right? They obviously have hell for the Diablos. They call the demons. Well, the main demons in there they're called Diablos. They're not called demons,
Diablos. Yeah.
or I guess you could say Satan or devils. They're called
Diablos.
Diablos.
Diablos would be devils. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Devils.
which is similar. Which is similar, but
Yeah.
like so I wonder because the name of like the council of like the like the what's it call it of like where the angels stay at their facility is called the High Heavens Cathedral of Light, and their council was called the Injurious Council. So, is there something like is there a place in real life that's named similar to what I just said, like for angels?
That's a good question. I mean,
Good questions.
that I know of, I know for a fact. Um, we don't know where God's kingdom is located,
Mm-hmm.
but heaven itself,
Heaven.
especially where God's throne is, it's guarded by the seraphim, which is another class of angels. And
Mm-hmm.
apparently, it's said that anyone who is to be anywhere near God's presence, they would disintegrate. Like that's how powerful God is.
Damn, that's
Like
crazy.
you can't even be anywhere near him.
Wow.
And so, as a matter
That,
of fact, if you think about it too,
mm-hmm.
think about it in this sense. When God manifested himself to Moses, God
Mm-hmm.
manifested himself in a fire. You know that bush that was burning. Do
Yeah.
you recall that in the
Yeah.
book of Exodus?
I think so. I think my dad told me about that.
Yeah, there was a burning fire, and God was speaking through that fire to Moses.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, all this, angels, gods, even demons, it's make me want to pick up a Bible and learn about this.
Yeah,
Cause literally this is really interesting to learn about like, angels, God, like so you saying that God is so powerful, not even like angels, like can archangels could like be next to him or no?
well, yeah.
Like,
So the seraphim are like basically God's soldiers,
okay.
and those seraphim, they guard God's throne.
Are they more powerful than archangels
So
or
the archangels are basically like the elite guard.
Got
So
you.
the seven archangels are basically like the top of the food chain. But
Damn.
then the archangels in a sense lead these other groups. There's again, remember that Ophalim, which was
Yeah.
that one that I showed you the eye. There's
Uh-huh.
another group called the cherubim, and the
Mm.
cherubs were the one. There was, if I'm not mistaken, it was either one or two. There was either one or two cherubs that guarded the Garden of Eden and did not allow Adam and Eve to return. They were basically pictured as those angels with the flaming swords.
Wait. Repeat back what you said about the angels slash the Adam and Eve stories. Repeat
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. So if anything, the Garden of Eden is guarded or was guarded. I don't know if it's still continues to this day. I mean, maybe spiritually or metaphorically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was guarded by cherubs or the cherubim, which is
Another
these.
class of angels, right? You
Yes,
said.
and as a matter of fact, Lucifer was a cherub.
Mm.
Lucifer was a cherub as well. And I'll actually read you the description of the cherubim real quick. So let's see here, cherubim. This is what it is. So a cherub is one of excuse me. Um, let's see here. I wanted oh, here it is one of the unearthly beings who directly attend to God, according to Abrahamic religions. The numerous depictions of cherubim assign to them many different roles, such as protecting the entrance of the Garden of Eden.
Mm.
You see that? As a matter of fact, the functions here, I'll read real quick here. Yeah, I'll read this. This is it says here the Israelite cherubim are described as fulfilling a variety of functions. Most often, they are described as bolstering the throne of Yahweh, which is God's name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ezekiel's vision of the cherubim also emulate this, as the conjoined wingspan of the four cherubim is described as forming the boundary of the divine chariot. Likewise, on the mercy seat of the Ark of the Covenant, two cherubim are described as bounding the ark and forming a space through which Yahweh would appear. However, aside from the instruction that they be beaten out of the sides of the ark, there are no details about these cherubim specified in the text. The status of the cherubim as constituting a sort of vehicle for Yahweh is present in Ezekiel's visions, the book of Samuel, the parallel passages in the later books of Chronicles, and passages in the early Psalms. For example, and he rode upon a cherub and did fly, and was seen upon the wings of the wind. So this last part, it says, the traditional Hebrew conception of cherubim as guardians of the Garden of Eden is backed by the Semitic belief of beings of superhuman power and devoid of human feelings, whose duty it was to represent the gods, and as guardians of their sanctuaries to repel intruders. These conceptions, in turn, are similar to an account found on Tablet 9 of the inscriptions found at Nimrud.
Mm. Interesting. This wow. This is a nice conversation we having about this. I think we all need to like, and I'm pretty sure this is all from the Bible, right? Like they
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
this.
yeah. The cherub is mentioned in the book of Genesis. You can
Yeah,
look at the first book of the Bible.
I gotta pick up the Bible one day. I gotta pick up the Bible one day, man. Not because just learning about angels, but just but this is this is really interesting learning. I did have one question in mind, like with angels, like let's just say an angel, like they took up like a human form, right?
Yeah,
Any angel, or let's we could just talk about the archangel, right?
yeah.
How powerful, like strength wise, you think they are? Or do you think that they're like they're like more powerful than like Superman? or maybe exactly like Superman's strength, or way beyond Superman like strength?
Uh, you know what's funny about that? In the Bible, it actually talks about, I don't know if this angel appeared in human form or if it just appeared as it was.
Mm-hmm.
However it is that it's depicted as. But there's a story in the Bible where it talks about, I forget uh which um which group of soldiers it was, but there's a story in the Bible where an angel in one night killed over 10,000 soldiers by himself. Yeah, I'll actually pull that up. Watch. Give me a second here.
Damn, 10,000 soldiers.
Watch. Which angel destroyed
10,000. That's a whole army.
Oh man, it's actually more than that. It was actually more than that. Listen to this.
Let's hear this.
So it says here, destroying angel. It says here, these angels, Malaka, are also variously referred to as Memetim, executioners, slayers. Executioner angels are associated with Samuel, main angel of death and head of all angels above and below, or angel of the Lord. The latter is found in Job 33, verse 22, as well as in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 14, in the plural, messengers of death. Mashkite was also used as an alternate name for one of the 7 compartments of Gehenna. Gehenna is also hell, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Samuel chapter 2, verses 24, 15 through 16, the destroying angel kills the inhabitants of Jerusalem. In First Chronicles chapter 21, verse 15, the same angel of the Lord is seen by David to stand between the earth and the heaven, and drawn with a drawn sword. So basically had a sword in hand, ready to battle, in his hands stretched out against Hebrews' enemies. Later in 2 Kings chapter 19, verse 35, the angel kills 185,000 Assyrian soldiers. Imagine that.
Syrian? Wait.
Assyrian. So
Hold on. You know what? I'm thinking of Centaurian. Hold on. I don't think
so
that's the same thing, huh?
so Assyrian was that was actually that was a race, an ethnicity. So Assyrian, I'll tell you where it derives from. So basically, it was an indigenous ethnic, or it still is, ethnic group native to Assyria. And so
Oh, like Africa, right? Or like,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And so Assyrian homeland. So
Mm,
basically, you could sort of consider it like Iraq,
I
Syria, Turkey, and
yeah,
Iran.
yeah. Mhm.
So imagine that. That
Yeah, 185. So
185,000 soldiers in one night. And these are trained freaking warriors. These aren't like your everyday typical people off the
okay,
street.
one question:
Yeah.
this angel,
Yes.
what rank was he? Like, what type of, like,
So if anything, it doesn't necessarily specify,
no?
but most likely it's obviously from God's army, and you could only it just goes to show you the strength that human beings have over just an angel. And this angel had a drawn sword, so which
Sword.
means that what that means is he had the sword like ready to battle. Like I can almost guarantee you this looks something out of an anime or a cartoon, like the way that this angel
Um, I
destroyed.
was thinking, because when you said 10,000, remember Killer Bee's dad, that
Yeah.
he stood up against like Shinobi army, and he in his his lightning chakra mode,
Mhm.
he withstood 10,000 soldiers.
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty crazy, but 185.
Yeah, 185,000.
So I just have one question. I think this could be my question is do you think Superman can beat that many men? A soldier's army?
Well,
185?
here's the thing. If we put it in the context of what Superman was in the movie, obviously it's like super powerful, right? But
Yeah.
if we put it in the context of Superman being just like a regular human being like Clark Kent, then I don't think he would stand a chance.
I mean, that's unless they have Krypton, because
Oh,
obviously Batman
kryptonite,
can
right? Have
kryptonite.
kryptonite, which I guarantee you, knowing God knows all, sees all. Be like, Superman, give me a break. I know how to destroy you.
Because from what I heard, that the only thing that can kill an angel, literally, is a demon. Like there's no other like being or like object that can kill like like an angel or an archangel. Only like a high level like demon or demon could kill an angel. From what I
Yes.
heard. So damn, 100. Damn. So I mean, to be honest with you, even in fighting mode, Superman 185. I mean, they never shown that obviously, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to
Just,
think.
just,
I
just
I
imagine the witnesses, man.
I
That's
I don't think Superman got 185,000. I don't think so. Because sooner or later, someone gonna pop up with some krypton, some kryptonite. Then he done. He's done right there. Whereas if
man.
those soldiers, and I mean, I guess you could say it's an unfair fight because the soldiers, from what you told me the story of this angel who fought that many men. I mean, they only had what, swords, shields, and possibly arrows and axe.
But to be honest, though, so did the angel. The angel just had a sword as well.
Damn, that's true.
This boy, that angel was going freaking ham.
Damn. Okay. Okay. Because I was comparing it to like like the modern age of like Superman fighting that many men with the technology, the advanced technology. Then like back in that era where it was no technology. But I mean, yeah, I guess it was a fair fight. Yeah. Damn. And I'm interested when you said this angel Samuel, like,
Yes.
so what do you know what rank he is?
That's a
Like,
good question because
no.
there's another one too. It's called Samael, and that so I this is the first time I kind of encounter Samuel, but I don't know if it's the same one. But Samael, if I'm
I
not
think
mis-
I think I know where you're getting at, but go ahead.
yeah, this angel he's ranked pretty up there. As a matter of fact, he's actually if I'm not mistaken, he's also considered a demon.
I think I know where you're going with this. What, like, where you got it from?
Yeah, that's to be honest, those are like the only details that I truly know. I don't.
I, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I heard of Samael?
Yeah.
You heard of Hellboy? The
Oh,
first one,
snap. The
the
movie
yeah,
Hellboy.
yeah, yeah, the little creature he was fighting with the dreads.
Oh,
Yeah,
snap. I didn't know that yeah,
yeah,
Samael.
yep.
What the heck?
Yeah,
Wow, I
the,
didn't know that.
the motherfucker he was fighting in the train, and the last part when they was jumping his ass. I ain't gonna lie, they jumped his ass too.
Wow, I didn't
Yep.
wow.
Hey, they jumped his ass. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie. They jumped his ass. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, I was like, damn.
And you know how we just spoke about like the battle like of heaven and earth, right? With
Mm-hmm.
between angels and demon.
Mm-hmm.
That battle already took place. It's called the war in heaven, right?
The war in heaven.
And it says in
Mm,
the New Testament of the Christian Bible, the book of Revelation describes a past war in heaven. See, it was a past war
past
between
war.
angels led by the archangel Michael against those led by the dragon, identified as the devil or Satan, who was defeated and thrown down to the earth. Revelation's war in heaven is related to the idea of fallen angels, and possible parallels have been proposed in the Hebrew Bible and the Dead Sea Scrolls. So if we look at Revelations chapter 12, verses 7 through 10, this is what it states. It says, then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the
Yeah.
dragon and his angels fought back. But he was
Damn.
not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. The great
Damn.
dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him.
Damn, it's crazy because even in the game too, they talk about like a great war had happened between they call it the high heavens, which is all the archangels that
Yeah.
I told you that I named Tyrael. Because honestly, I think we could say that Tyrael and Imperius were like the Michael and Gabriel of the game. Like
Of the game. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
there's some other archangels too. Let's see if I can look them. Let me see if I can look them bitches up. Hold on. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, some of them did have similar names to the one that I just read to you too. Let me see. Okay, let me see. See here. Let's see here. Archangels. There we go. Okay, got you right here. All right, let's see here. Bam, bam. All right, so one we have Malthael, the very first archangel of death, fallen angel, former archangel of wisdom, and former leader of the Injurious Council. Ithriel, the second archangel of faith, and twin of Ariel. Ariel's the second archangel of hope and twin. Yeah, Imperius is the archangel of valor, and yeah, he's the valor of yeah. Sorry. Yeah, yes, Imperius is the archangel of valor, and he's the twin of. I didn't even notice. So they are kind of brothers. He's the twin of Tyrael, and Tyrael is the he's the he was the archangel of justice, and he was the mortal aspect of wisdom, which is in the game, and yeah,
Interesting. Okay, okay,
yeah.
okay. Interesting.
But yeah, they
It's
talked
it's
about
it's crazy that they have those connections. It almost, like you said, almost looks like they're tying it in with the Bible,
yeah,
almost to tooth and nail of it.
yeah and it's crazy, yeah, because they also bring up like there was also a great war too, and then they talked about I know there's one story in Diablo 4, no Diablo 3, that Tyrael because I guess like like the High Heaven Council, I guess they want to extinct the humans. I ain't gonna lie to you. Legion. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it was almost about to be like Legion. Like
Whoa.
they were talking like, about like, the extinction of humans, like they're not worthy, right? Then Tyrael, he pretty much disagreed with that, and he pretty much sacrificed himself, like his wings, his archangel like role to be a human, because he was an angel, then he took his wings, he took his wings off, then he became a human, then he fell down to the earth, and yeah, then yeah, it's a long story. I kind of don't even know the whole story, but from what I saw from the cutscenes, but yeah.
Hey, that's funny you mentioned that, because there are two examples of the Bible where human beings could have gone extinct. The
Mm,
first example that we know of.
the Noah Ark, right?
So it's actually, trying to think here. I want to make sure I'm getting this right. Yes, it Noah's time. That was the first time around where humans almost had gone extinct.
Is there another one? Again, you can correct me.
And there's another one, but this wasn't on a mass scale. This was more or less like in a part uh where technically only three individuals ended up surviving.
Go ahead. Go
But
ahead.
it's Sodom and Gomorrah.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that story.
So Sodom and Gomorrah was actually uh it was uh it was cities in ancient times where Abraham's nephew lived, and his name was Lot.
Hmm.
So Lot lived there.
Lot. Okay.
And Sodom and Gomorrah was irredeemably corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
They did a lot of the stuff we see now, almost very similar to what was seen back then, but maybe even worse.
Like corruption and like, is that what you're talking
Oh,
about?
corruption and defilement.
Defilement.
So there were people that would have orgies publicly.
Mm.
And it got to the point where even the children were of corrupt mind. It got to the point where an angel came. It was either one or two, but an angel, I think it was one. An angel, I think it was two. I don't recall exactly, but angels, right? For the sake of the matter, we'll just say they were angels, came to warn Lot that God was going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah.
Damn.
And the townspeople were like, "Oh, who the heck are these guys?" And basically came to the door and was like, "Hey, Lot, let us in. We want to get to know these people." But the context of getting to know, in the sense it refers to we want to have sex with these people. They're like,
Mm.
"What the fudge?" And this included adolescents, like young kids
I ain't
who
gonna
wanted
lie.
to have sex with these people that they've never seen before.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I see what you be talking about now, like with all this stuff, like the LGBT community are doing, like like exposing all this stuff with the kids.
Yeah.
Boy, we better be careful, boy. We gonna anger God, boy. It's gonna be like Legion in real life.
No, yeah. You know what I love about the Bible the most?
What?
The Bible doesn't trim away anything. It keeps everything as it is because
Right,
it doesn't want to present itself as a book that is perfect. It
right.
presents itself as a book that is real and truthful.
I
And
was just about to say, yep.
a good example of that is when Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed by fire and brimstone.
Mm,
Um, Lot had escaped. He ended up escaping with his wife and two daughters.
mm.
As they were escaping, God had warned Lot and his family to not turn back, because if they did, they would turn into a pillar of salt or a pillar of stone.
That's crazy.
And Lot's wife disobeyed God's commandment and turned around and turned into a pillar of salt.
That is
And
crazy.
and it got to the point where Lot and his daughters were like in a cave because they literally thought to themselves, they thought the world was ending. And this is where it gets a little weird. And this is why I tell you the Bible doesn't censor anything, or it keeps it's honest, it's truthful.
Mm-hmm.
It's not beating around the bush of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Lot's daughters thought that it was the end of mankind. And so they actually ended up getting their own dad drunk, and they ended up having sex with their own dad, and
Wow.
getting impregnated. Both of the daughters ended up getting impregnated. But again, Lot had no knowledge of it because he was drunk. They kind of forced him because their thought was, holy crap, it's the end of the world as we know it. So we got to keep the world, we got to keep mankind alive. And from what I remember, they had children, and those children were like, they were important in the Bible. They played a big role. But that's what I was saying. Like any other book would want to paint itself as something that is like too, like it's too good to be true, or it's way too perfect for it to even be real. But
Right.
the Bible, dude, the Bible freaking, man, even like in Noah's time,
Mm.
freaking, I think there's a, I don't want to exaggerate the case,
Mm-hmm.
But there was Noah. He was like ashamed or embarrassed by his own son too. He was like
Mm.
caught drinking and being drunk and naked. Like,
It's just crazy how it's just crazy how a movie, Legion,
mm-hmm.
and the game, and then even like, even in the Bible, real life, like
Yeah.
it's crazy how all of those talk about like, the end of humanity, or God wanted to end humanity.
Yeah.
That's just it's just like damn, and it's like it's real when it's in the Bible, and if people don't think that's real, just think of the movie Legion in the game, like and it's just like damn. One thing that you said earlier about like you were saying that because I think we were talking about reptilian people, and you were saying that like there's like angels who like who I guess you could say made it with like humans, and they and just think I've heard of like half demons, but I've half human slash angel. I wonder how that would like turn out, and I'm putting this as like in an anime. I wonder how that would look. A half human, half angel. Like, man, that's different.
That would be interesting, to be honest.
It's like I ain't gonna lie to you. Do I need to create something like that? I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, you never know. Maybe, right?
You know what I'm saying? I might have to create a magna. Might have to do it because I am a half human slash half angel. Like, damn. No, but again, this is all and I guess I'm just super interested in the supernatural. Yeah, this is all damn. Like, damn, damn, yeah. This is crazy because damn. And yet one angel is powerful enough. I could just imagine an archangel, like, power alone. Like, damn, they must be the most powerful niggas alive. Or the most powerful beings. Like, damn. Like, you know, ah,
You know how you were talking about like Legion and stuff?
yeah.
You know, it's in the gospel in Mark, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Gospel of Mark, where Jesus is actually casting out a demon from a person,
Mm-hmm.
and Jesus Jesus asks what the demon's name is,
Mm-hmm.
and the demon had responded, "My name is Legion, for we are
Mm-hmm.
many."
Mm. Hey, Galati, you know what that sounds familiar? This is a whole completely different type of movie, but in the same region. Remember Ghost Rider, the first Ghost Rider? Remember when
Yeah.
Blackout, that last scene where he had all those souls and like spirits, the demons and like getting him? He was like,
Mhm.
my name is Legion.
Yeah.
God damn. So Ghost Rider's in that mix too? I
Maybe, to be honest, maybe. It's it's uh, it's honestly, I mean, to be honest, if you think about it, it's like what isn't
yeah,
compared with the Bible? Like like so much of our life, it's either you're unknowingly or knowingly doing it, but some
yeah.
people are doing things like if you think about it, right? A lot of people are saying, "Oh, religion is bad," and
It's not. It's really not.
religious beliefs are so stupid and taboo or whatever. But if
Mhm.
you think about it, those same people are ones pushing new age beliefs.
Yeah, for real.
It's like what difference does it make with the LGBTQ plus propaganda nonsense where they're saying you can identify as anything you want? So you're telling me that those same people believe that the Bible is all fairy tale stories, but you're telling me that a person can identify as things that aren't even actual English words, like zazer. I'm like, okay, all right, okay, where are we getting at now? Who's who is the true fairy tale when we're making up freaking English words?
Damn, something I just had in mind, right?
Mhm.
Like Ouija boards. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, and listen, you might correct me on this because I kind of have a question. Again,
Yes,
you might
yes.
correct me on this.
Yeah.
Ouija boards are known for like summoning like demons or opening
Yeah.
portals for demons.
Yeah,
How come it,
correct.
how come it doesn't open portals for like for angels? I
So
wonder.
that's so you know how opening a portal for angels. So the thing is, uh prayer and meditation, and that's how you open the portal for the angels. And as a matter of fact, even could get deeper because people sometimes do medicinal things. Like for instance, they do hallucinogens like mushrooms or anything else that is herbal from the earth, right? If you think about it, herbal is like herbal medicine, herbal tea. That's all from the earth. That's God's doing, right?
Mhm.
But people have said that they have had encounters with what they think are angels or other beings uh, that live in our conscience, but are
Mhm.
sometimes that we sometimes like unlock them. And people have gone on journeys like that where it's even your conscience where it's like trying to like take away anything that is hurting you that you're holding on to. So if anything, that's how you manifest a spiritual being that like an angel in that sense.
Damn,
Um
I ain't gonna lie to you. You kind of gave me a little bit of goosebumps. You know how you said how angels are brought upon meditation and prayer. Like, damn,
yeah,
you
yeah.
just shut me the hell up.
Be,
So,
because oh yeah, go ahead.
because I was going to ask, so like a Ouija board is like it's like it was made from like it was obviously it was made like witchcraft like
Yeah.
material, right? And witchcraft is basically like I guess we say demonic. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure,
it
right?
is. It is. It is. It is.
Okay, so
But there is witch doctors or practices of witchcraft that this I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, of course, but there's people who practice black magic and white magic. And
and
so black magic is usually it's called the dark arts, right?
mm-hmm,
But going on the Ouija board sense, right? On that, demons cannot harm us or inflict damage on us unless we allow them to.
right,
So if you think about it, God protects us. He has given us his divine protection to protect us all. But the
mm,
moment where we, in a sense, try to manifest or conjure up a demon, we sign off. We sign off on God's protection from us. And we,
damn,
in a sense, allow ourselves to be harmed by a demon physically. If you've ever seen videos of people who actually end up waking up with odd scratch marks or even burns on their skin that they can't even explain how the hell they got on their body.
okay. Because there's sometimes like during my days, I would
Yeah.
get like random scratches on me, and they're not that brutal, but I would sometimes have like scratches, like a little scratch on my face or a scratch right here, and I'd be like, and then I happen to look on my arm or somewhere. I just happen to look in the mirror. I'm like, where did that come from?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
But this
yeah,
this is now this is different though. These are like almost as if a person were to have like a cast iron and like print it on a person's body. But
okay, yeah, okay, yeah, that is a little, yeah, okay,
yeah, there are people who have actually there was a video, I don't know how accurate or how real it was, but this person would end up waking up. Apparently, the house was haunted, and it was haunted by some demonic energies for sure. This person would wake up like with cuts on their body, and they had no weapons or anything around them, and they were clean cuts. It wasn't like something where you could see the skin was peeled off or whatever. It was
Mhm.
like clean cuts where like no skin was like really damaged, but you could just see the wound open and markings done in a particular fashion.
Damn. No,
That's what that's what demons can do.
it's crazy because obviously and I'm pretty sure you could speak about this about like prayer and meditation.
Yeah, yeah,
When I pray and meditation, it's crazy because you feel very different. I don't know if you ever feel that way, like, because usually when I pray or like meditate, I usually close my eyes, right?
yeah.
And sometimes I be feeling like I'm not like. Sometimes I be feeling like I don't know. I feel weird. Like you know where I'm coming from.
Yes,
Like I
I know
I don't know
exactly
what
what you
I
mean.
feel like I'm not there, or I don't know. How would you describe it?
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you definitely are. If anything, you are teleporting almost your mind. Your mind is not. It almost is as if your mind isn't grounded to where you stand. And the thing about that is, uh, a lot of times, dreaming or that's having dreams is almost like a divine connection. It's definitely like a spiritual thing too. And then some people take it even further where they have visions. And so they're able to see things that are to transpire.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know if this is what you're talking about, but I have had dreams where it was almost like deja vu.
Yes.
Like I like let's just say for example, like let's just say I had a dream of shooting this podcast right here, sitting here. There's times where I had that moment where I'm like out somewhere and I would have like a deja vu where I saw that part, like where I see this scenery in my dreams, and I go, and I just be, just sitting there, right? And I just happen to think, I'd be like, I've been here before. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go back, like, I had a dream about where I'm at. I'm just like, is that what you could be talking about? Like, like what you just mentioned earlier?
So yeah, no. So deja vu is a little bit different.
Different? Okay, then never
It,
mind.
this is more or less. This is more or less like people who actually there are actually people who apparently they they've been able to accurately predict disasters like terrorist attacks.
Gotcha.
And there was, if I'm not mistaken, I forget what event it was. There was a woman who knew of something happening in advance but did not say anything, and it happened. But then there was another occasion where she had another vision like that, and she called the police, or she called whatever it was, and she said, "Hey, I know this is happening right now. You need to stop this immediately because there's going to be something bad happening, or there's a bomb, or there's a threat, and this and that."
Mhm.
And come to find out, I think that woman ended up being validated, and they were like, "Oh my gosh!" Or they didn't even like run the risks of pursuing anything further, because I think, as a matter of fact, they even did like a lie detector test on her, and they just checked to see if this woman was like sane and not crazy, and everything was normal about this woman, and she everything she was saying came out to be true, so she wasn't lying about anything. And
Damn.
yeah, that's actually a what we would consider or call a dawn. So that's a dawn of the
Mm,
whole of God, because we all
mm,
have our spiritual dawns. And a lot, here's real quick, we human beings, we don't even we don't even have our max capacity of our brain. Like,
Right.
and you know what I saw the other day? Actually, I saw this today and it gave me goosebumps, like just thinking about it. There was a video. Oh my God, dude. It was insane, man. I wonder if shoot, I'm gonna send it to you. Hold up. I gotta send this video to you. And then we could watch it and explain to our audience what we're actually freaking looking at. But this video, oh my God, dude, I was amazed. And you're not gonna believe it, from all the places, right? Where
Right.
I getting this video from. I actually ended up getting this video. I found it on World Star.
That's
I
crazy.
actually, yeah, I actually ended up
No,
getting,
finding out World Star is crazy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And this video, bro, I'm gonna send it your way. Hold up a second. Let me see how I can share this thing. How do I share this video? Give me a
You know
second.
what? One thing I wanted to bring up, go on the topic about an archangel power that in the game, Diablo 3, when
Mm-hmm.
Tyrael when he became a fallen angel and he took the form of a human, um because I guess he accidentally killed like a young girl's like father, because he crashed into like a place and he killed the girl's father, and she was like grieving. And then and then he kind of told her like like he gave up his wings to like for humanity, almost similar to what Michael did in what's it called, Legion, where he's protecting the humans. Then she didn't believe him. It's crazy. It's crazy. I never, now think of it like, bro, I forgot how he did it. I don't know if I think he grabbed her hand and did something. In the instant, once he grabbed her hand, he had her like see his vision, like what had happened between him and like, I was like, damn, I never knew. Damn. So I guess that's one. So I was like, that's one of the powers that our our angel can have. Make
Mm-hmm.
them see, in the past or future. I was like, that's tough.
Yep. Yep. And that's the divine nature that God has.
Oh,
This was a recent video too.
the killer whales, yeah, I've seen this where the baby, the baby killer whales, they was trying to get the attention of the humans, and then because their mom was like caught like in the
Oh yeah, so
rope.
you see this video. Yeah,
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 yeah, yes, yeah. So
yep,
the killer whales like guided the, yeah, because they was trying to get their attention.
yep.
Yeah, yeah, I saw this. It kind of this did kind of give me goosebumps too a little bit. So at first, so they met the humans, right? And they were trying to like get their attention, and they were like, like they wanted the humans to follow them to somewhere, and then I guess their mom, was like stuck somewhere with the like a net, and they wanted to like,
Yes.
and cut them, and yeah,
And the mama orca was cooperative. She
yeah,
wasn't
yeah. Oh,
fighting.
yep, yep.
She knew what was going on. She was like, oh, okay, they're trying to help me. Dude, I was like, what the fudge? And like they even traveled back to the boat to like thank them. I was
Yep.
like, what in the heck?
Remember that time I told you a story about those two male lions? Did I ever tell you about that? The two male lions who protected this young girl against like these villagers in Africa?
I think you did, but
Yeah,
I don't recall the story too well.
yeah. So like, so basically, this is what I heard from. This is a story that I kind of heard on. I got it from Instagram. It was like a
Huh?
post, you know. And yeah. So I guess a young African girl in Africa, um, she was getting like beat up and like almost beat up to death by these villagers
Oh
uh
shit.
in Africa, and these two male lions, they saw that and they attacked the villagers, and they
Dang.
were all men, so I'm assuming they're like they're like rebels or something like that, whatever, and yeah, and the male lions attacked and killed those
The the
villagers.
the the, the attacking villagers.
Yeah, and guess what? They kept the little girl safe. And this little girl, supposedly she was like really young. I think if I had to guess, she was like either like 3 to 5 years old, something
Oh
like
my
that.
god.
Yeah, something like that. I'm
What
assuming.
the hell?
And these two male lions, and yeah, and they literally protected this girl. And guess what they did that honestly like brought me goosebumps. they waited by her side until help
Oh,
arrive.
like
But
help
like
her.
it,
What?
yeah, literally, you wouldn't think that like top predators like that, like they would, that would be a quick meal, but they saved her life and they stood by her side and
Oh
waited for
my.
like help to come pick her up and help pick her up, and the lions went their own way, almost similar to this killer whale. Actually at first I didn't think it was real. At first I was like, that can't be real. Then when I saw this video of the killer whales, and basically the killer whales, they're apex predators. So I'm just
Yeah,
like,
yeah, they are. Yeah, yeah.
sometimes Mother Nature, you just don't know. You would think that, predators, they don't really save lives, but I mean, it's damn.
Well,
That's
you know that orcas have actually helped people like evade like shark attacks too.
I thought that was dolphins. Well, dolphins too.
Dolphins, but orcas as well.
Wow.
Orcas, if anything, it's so sad that there are some people that have done like so bad against them.
Mm,
But like for instance, as a matter of fact, orcas are the main predator of the sharks.
yeah, I think I heard of that.
So
Yeah.
when an orca attacks a shark, it goes directly for its liver.
Yeah.
And sharks, when they see an orca, they're like, all right, it's time for me to hightail it. And
So I
so
get
orcas
damn.
are like, yeah, you
And I
better get away from these
and I
humans.
believe and I believe that orcas are a little bit more like intelligent too. They're like dolphins because I believe that they're related and they're like in a dolphin family. They're related to
Yeah, yeah,
dolphins.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So there's a
They're definitely like I don't know what the correct term is, but they have very good hearing. It's like the sonar.
yeah, and they're like and they're like intelligent as dolphins as well.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
so so I guess like when you hear male lions protecting a human, especially a little girl where she's vulnerable and she's like damn near like easy prey, and they saved her life and still by her side. I ain't gonna lie, I was like, ain't no way, this is fake. This is fake. Now I kind of looked it up on Google. Then I saw like all the, they had like many articles of like saying that like it was pretty true. I was like, damn, that is crazy. Like I would never think that that creatures like that can save lives. It really said that those two male lions, brothers, they killed the villagers, killed them. They killed them. I'm not sure how many it were. I'm pretty sure it was like a few of them. And again, the lions saw them and they killed their ass. They killed them, killed their asses. And yeah, they say that little girl stood by her side until help arrived, and they went on about their day. I was like, that is a crazy story. Again, I thought it was fake, but then I kind of, thought like, sometimes Mother Nature is sometimes weird, like that. And I thought that was a weird story. I was just like, damn.
I mean, Mother Nature, and it's all like God's doing, man, because
Mm,
God has given these animals intelligence as well. They have that intelligence that is God given. I mean, the animals serve a purpose here on Earth as well, right? And
mm,
I actually wanted to read like before we close out.
mm-hmm,
There's this particular Substack that I read, and this guy is uh, this guy is actually, he does like a series where he talks about like saints and stuff, and all these miracles that
mm-hmm.
that have happened, right?
Right.
Um, and there's one that honestly made me feel some type of way. I was like, let me see here. I want to make sure I get the right story, because there was a miracle that happened to this particular saint that
Mm-hmm.
um, uh, let's see here. Oh man, I wonder if I'm able to find it. But yeah, no, this particular story was so special because it was a miracle where an animal actually did something, and freaking he this particular individual was like, oh my gosh, like what the heck.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. But just to cut the story short, it was it was an animal that apparently that again, I don't know who it was, but this individual ended up serving God because he said, you know what, I know you're real, God, but uh, if you give me a sign, I'll devote my life to you. And apparently it was a bull. And the freaking bull apparently like kneeled to the man or something like that. So I wish I knew you know what? I'll utilize Google here because if I'm able to pull it up on Google real quick. So animal that bowed to person who
Damn, I ain't gonna lie. We could have shared screen this. We could have shared screen this. I ain't gonna lie to you.
yeah, yeah,
No,
no,
but go ahead. No, but
let's see. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. This is who I wanted. So Saint Anthony, that's the guy. Saint Anthony and the mule who knelt down before the Eucharist. So this is what it says here. It says here, Saint Anthony of Padua lived during the 13th century and possessed a great zeal for the real presence of Jesus in the Holy Eucharist. One day, Saint Anthony heard of a man in Rimini named Bonolio, who did not share the same belief. In fact, Bonolio openly mocked people who believed that Jesus was truly present under the appearance of bread and wine. And so, continuing here, see here, something happened. Okay, continuing here, it says Saint Anthony tried his hardest to convince Bonolio with the proofs of scripture and argument, but discovered that the man was as stubborn as a mule. Then Saint Anthony received an inspiration. He challenged the wealthy merchant. If the mule you ride adored the body of Christ in the Eucharist, would you believe in the truth of the Blessed Sacrament? Bonolio agreed, but decided to raise the stakes. Bonolio would starve his mule for 3 days and then bring it to the town square. Saint Anthony would bring the Blessed Sacrament to the same square. The mule then would be put in front of a pile of hay, and Saint Anthony would stand a few yards away with the Blessed Sacrament. What happened next would decide the victor. To prepare for the event, St. Anthony fasted for 3 days, and Bonolio, in turn, told everyone in the town. Bonolio was convinced that the mule would think nothing of the Eucharist and ravenously eat the pile of hay. On the day of the test, Bonolio brought his mule and placed the hay under the mule's nose. St. Anthony came and stood a distance away with the Holy Eucharist. Defying all odds, the mule turned his head and walked over to St. Anthony. When the mule was close, the animal bent his front legs and kneeled in adoration. When Bonolio saw this miraculous change of events, he immediately knelt down and professed his belief in the truth of the real presence.
damn.
And then this is the final part. It says, what this short story tells us is that that Eucharistic presence of Jesus is something miraculous and supernatural. It is a gift that Jesus gave to his church, one that reason alone cannot explain. Faith is required to hold to such a fantastic belief. It reminds us that what we witness each Sunday and every day is beyond our understanding.
Well, y'all,
Imagine that.
y'all just heard us listen to an hour and probably and a half of us talking about, God, angels, supernatural, experiences. Quick story before we head off. I can confirm that, yeah, what Julio just read off, I, that stuff is real, bro. I had my personal experience when I was at a church, and I was at a black church, right? You know how black churches get down, right? Like with the dancing and stuff like that. And
I love it.
I was kind of doing it, and literally, and I told this to Julio and the brothers many times, and it still gives me goosebumps to this day, literally. And while I was, just celebrating with everybody, right, bro, literally, I felt like somebody was punching me in the stomach, bro, but there was no one physically there. And I thought I had a stomach ache or something, or like I thought I had, you know what I'm saying? I thought something was wrong with my stomach, and I was like this, like it felt literally felt like somebody was punching me in my stomach, and I'm like, oh, oh. And I'm trying to get up, and I'm just feeling that shit in my stomach. I'm like, oh, then, and it was like affecting me, right? Then my sister was kind of looking at me because she noticed that I'm like, kind of like, like what the hell going on? And it literally just felt like somebody is literally like punching me in the stomach, and my sister was like, "Are you okay? Like, are you okay? What's wrong with you?" And I never knew what it was, right? I and it felt like it didn't, and honestly, that was like my first supernatural encounter. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And I told my dad that, right? And he told me, "Oh, that was the Holy Ghost, that's the Holy Ghost, my boy." I was like, "What? That was the Holy Ghost?" And I started thinking, like, really? And I started thinking, like, I mean, come to think of it, I mean, my stomach didn't hurt. I didn't have no kidney stones. Um, I I didn't have no stomach flu. So what was it? And I just like, damn, that shit is really real, huh? Bro, that shit is real. Obviously, maybe on the TV side, if you watch like Ghost Hunters or Ghost Adventures, maybe some of it is real. Maybe some of those TV shows are real, but it's not nothing like how they, or in the movies, not like how they presume to be. But that shit is definitely real. I really got hit with the Holy Ghost. Like I told y'all, like I really felt like somebody was hitting me in my stomach. Like somebody was physically hitting me in my stomach, but there was nothing in front of me. Well, okay, there was a person in front of me, but like, I mean, he wasn't punching me in my stomach, obviously. And it kind of, it felt like a cross between somebody punching me in my stomach and something going inside of me. Yeah, that's my personal experience at a Pentecostal church too.
Mm,
Um,
wow.
yeah. Um, and yeah, honestly, there was a few incidents too that, when I start like when I kind of knew that God was real. I don't think I never had a time where I didn't think God was real, but I just never really paid attention to it. Like, my father would always talk about it before when I was young. I was like, oh, okay, I mean, but yeah, I had my fair experience. I'm pretty sure Julio has too,
Yeah.
but that shit is real, y'all. What we just discussed was very spiritual. I'm kind of glad we had this conversation. It's very different from all the conversations we have. Very different. I'm not gonna lie. I actually enjoyed this
And that's why
conversation.
we random, right? That's why we random.
Random, that's why we got in our name. And honestly, I actually love this conversation too. It's just, something that I think we all should talk about, about, supernatural, the real supernatural. We ain't talking about the show, supernatural, we talk about the real stories, you know. We ain't talking about Diablo, we ain't talking about Legion, no, we talking about the real characters, the real angels, you know, what God is like. I didn't even think what you said that, that no one can like go and like see God because they'll get like evaporated or something like
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
Like that's crazy. I never knew that. Like that's crazy. because how strong he is, and the story you told that how he communicated to. So I forgot his name. Who he communicated to through the fire? You said
Moses.
Moses. Like that is those are some pretty interesting stories.
And the thing is, real quick on that too, it's not that God even attacks a person when you're in God's presence. It's God's presence itself that is that powerful. Like literally, God is like the energy of an atomic bomb.
Like if you're just in His presence, you're evaporated as
Yeah,
a
you're
spirit.
evaporated. Yeah, because if you think about it, atoms are particles, right?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, these individuals in Geneva, I think it is, or in Zurich,
Hmm.
in
Hmm.
Switzerland, they're
Yeah.
trying to recreate a God particle.
Mm.
So imagine that they're doing stuff that only God knows what those consequences can be if they keep on pushing it.
Well, this story has definitely got me wanting to pick up a Bible one day and hopefully stick into that Bible. I gotta download that the Bible app. I haven't had it on my phone for a long time because due to storage issues on my
Oh
phone.
yeah.
But I gotta start having that app on my phone again. I've been wanting to, I just be forgetting, but it was really great having that app. Just like
Mm-hmm.
every morning, it will give a notification. It will just have what's it called, like the quote. I guess you could say the quote of the
Yes, the
day,
verse of the day.
the
Mm-hmm.
verse of the day. Yeah, like I
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I actually I loved reading those.
Yeah.
During my and yeah, man, it's not too late to get in touch with God. And don't just do it because, well, what we talked about angels. You do it because you want to feel good, and just know when y'all pray and meditate, that is an angel, that is an angel's portal. That's
Yes.
something I just learned tonight, my boy.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely being in tune with in God's presence.
Yeah, man. You already know what's going on, man. Episode 96 in the booking. You already know what to do. Links in the description. Go check out all of our social medias. Not even gonna tell y'all what social media. You already know the business. You already know the business. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all since y'all might not know. In link description, two of our YouTube channels, Julio's Twitter, my Twitter. Honestly, I would refer y'all to more of Julio's Twitter. I ain't gonna lie to you. If y'all wanna go to Twitter, anybody's Twitter, go to Julio's, my boy. If you want to go to mine, that's fine. I don't really have nothing popping on there. But if you want to chit chat, I'll chit chat with you. But I recommend you to Julio. I ain't gonna lie to you. Uh, as we said before, the last podcast, we are having what's called a Twitter space next week.
Mm-hmm. Next Friday. Yep.
So be there. You know what I'm saying? What's the guy name that you said who followed? Due diligence.
Oh yeah, diligence.
Yeah, diligence. Hey, we will love you have come on the space for however long you want if you're listening to this podcast, and we appreciate you for joining on to this road, this random road that we're on right now. So you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we appreciate y'all for coming to tonight's episode, man, to just come to a space and talk about something different, talk about something holy, spiritual, and just learning something about the Bible.
Yes.
And it definitely made me want to pick up a Bible and read some scriptures, read some verse.
Mm-hmm.
And and me and Julio always planned to have a Bible study. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
that was like 3 years ago that we planned that out, and we never have since, but because due to like scheduling and just being busy, and yeah, so I ain't gonna lie to you, we might have to stream that Bible study. And it's crazy. I never seen a live stream of a Bible study. Damn, we might have to make that a trend. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, no. To be honest, there are
Oh,
so a
oh,
lot of
there
people
are.
who do that. Yeah.
I need to tap in then.
Yeah.
That is sad that I don't know. I need to tap in. See, yeah, I need to tap in. I ain't gonna lie to you. I say I'm over here, I'm with God and everything, but I don't even know about they be streaming live. You know what? Yeah, I need to tap in more with God. I need to tap in Bibles and live streams, Bible studies. Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
actually send you one of
yeah.
these
You
of a guy
send me
that
one, please. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, man, we appreciate y'all for coming to tonight's episode, man. And I'm not even gonna speak no longer. I'm gonna let Julio do the talking. Any last words before we get out of here, my boy?
yeah, man. To be honest, God is good. Just knowing that we were able to have this opportunity to speak on this, anything that is spiritual and is ties in with God, His angels. It's always something beautiful and positive to have for sure. And we are continuing to do these episodes. We absolutely love it. And oh man, we're getting closer and closer, ladies and gentlemen. Keep on holding on. Keep on holding on with us because uh, this is uh, this is a ride that we honestly just love to have because hey, God has put us in this earth for a reason. So we pray, hopefully, eventually, we reach many more people to influence them in a great way to give them a good understanding of morals and principles.
Mhm.
So, with all that being said, thank you guys once again for tuning in. This concludes episode 96 of Them
Them
Dudes
dudes,
Random
random as
as
hell. Fuck is you
hell.
saying? You gonna see me on 97th, all right?
Good
Boom.
night, everyone. Bye bye.